welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Mika. Thank you so much for stopping in. So today let's talk about people change when they want to, not because of you. A lot of times we get into situations with people, build relationships with them, and we think that it's because of us that they changed. They stopped doing this because I was a good influence on them, or now they're doing that because I was the one who showed them how to do it. The truth of the matter is, nobody's going to change just because you want them to. And you may be an influence to them, you may be inspirational to them, but it's because they decided to let you be. You could be good as human nature can be, and still deal with people who just are not very nice people who take advantage, people who lie, people who cheat. You know, the list goes on of things that we may feel like that's a terrible thing to do to somebody. And, you know, especially if you're a good person, you may feel like, you know, I would never do that to somebody. Why did they do that to me? They did it to you because you can't change nobody. And granted, a lot of times, you're not given a preview of what that person's like. Like, let's say you've been friends with this person for some time, you've seen what they've done in the past to other people, and maybe now you're trying to date them. You had a preview of what they possibly could be to you, and or you've heard things about this person. You know, you're given small little previews, but at the end of the day, we all get red flags. So even if you wasn't given that preview, no one ever told you about this person, you'll see it in their actions. People can't hide who they truly are for very long. So if you're dealing with somebody and you think that you're able to change them because you want them to be what you want them to be, you see potential in them and you want them to live up to that potential, don't waste your time, because people are only going to change when they are ready to. We need to learn to just let go and let God in situations like that. Like, seriously, because that's the only way a person would change is if they are connecting with God or a higher being, and then it starts to change them from the inside out. Because other than that, if we're just trying to, yield to ourselves or change because somebody else wants us to change, that ain't gonna happen. I mean, have you ever hung out with a group of people and they may be bougie and you may not? You're just a laid back type, you're cool with putting on jeans and some tennis shoes and looking cute and just calling it a day, but they want to put on heels, they want to put on dresses, they want to dress to the nines, they want the newest fashion that's coming out, and then you start trying to do that. How long did it last? You may try to do it because you want to fit in, or maybe even because you do want to be like that, but you don't. The only reason you truly do is because you're attached to those people. But when you're away from them, you're like, this is dumb. Why am I wasting so much money on all this stuff when I could care less? Well, that's how it is with people in general, with any situation. They may want to change because they're around you and they like you and they like the energy that you two have together, and it's just something about doing something different than what they're normally used to doing. But if it's not in them to be that way, they're not going to change it permanently. So we have to stop giving ourselves so much credit thinking that we can change people, because we can't. We can influence people, but we can't change them. They can be encouraged to do things a little better, or to do things certain ways, or to move in different directions. But if it's not in them to solely want that, if it's not in them to say, you know what, I truly want this change, then it's only going to be a temporary change. So you just, holding on to a false hope, or just trying to play God in this person's life, thinking that you are the reason that they're changing. And really, sometimes people just try to mold to be what you want them to be, but it doesn't mean that they're changing, and beware of the people who say, I will change for you, I will do anything for you. Be careful for those people, because they don't know themselves. Because if you're able to say that, you would do that for someone, not because you want to, and not because of your higher being, or not just because you see fit for that change for yourself, then that's dangerous. Because that could be a person that's very manipulative. That could be a person that's very clingy in a negative way. That's why we're hearing about so many people losing their lives, because they get with people who just attach to them, and it's like they become that person's heir. And if they, for any reason, want to leave that relationship, or if things start going opposite of how that person envisioned it was going to be with that person, then they get upset and then they want to fight. They want to take your life. They want to hurt you. So beware of those type of people, because, you know, like I said, people are not going to change for you. And then, like I said, of course, it could just be a lie. They could just say that just so you can get off their back about stuff. But you just need to be mindful and be honest with yourself that you can't change anybody. And if you're not willing to accept people where they're at when you meet them, then that may not be the people for you. Because you're getting with somebody on any type of level and you're like, well, I know we'll be better friends, or better, our relationship will be healthier if this changes. If you're thinking like that from the beginning, if it's nothing simple, you know, like maybe small changes, maybe if they curse a little less or they drink a little less, you know, those are a little bit of chances you can take, possibly. But y'all let me know what you think in the comment box below. As usual, please be courteous, polite, and uplifting. We're here to help one another grow and to see things from different perspectives. So let me know what you think. We'll keep the conversation going and we will talk next time. Bye.